Warning, this contains spoilers. What's up, everybody, and welcome to As Seen on TV podcast for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2, Episode 5, A Hen in the Wolf House. I'm Mike, and joining me, as usual, are Clio.
Hello.
Erika.
Hello.
And Sev.
Hi, look what I got.
Yay.
You have a picture of Coulson.
They're vintage.
Yes.
They are not vintage.
They're
Yes,
not.
they are vintage.
He didn't have a picture of himself.
No, but I got that.
There you go.
There
Those
you go.
are vintage.
That's vintage, right there. By War
Actually,
Bonds.
they're all Captain America cards.
Not bad. I don't have anything fancy like that.
Haha.
So,
You're not fancy.
what'd you guys think of this episode?
Oh, so good. Oh my god.
Holy information, Batman.
Yeah. Holy information dump, Batman. Batman isn't even in this
hard drive.
universe.
No.
No.
You got the hard drive.
Got the
Oh,
hard drive
nice.
right here.
Nice. Wait, I got one too.
I got the
Now,
card.
see, I actually,
Yeah.
I don't want to get out of track, but I actually went back and rewinded it because when I first saw it, I was like, wait a minute. Why is, see here, it's like, why is Hydra using Intel SSDs? These things suck. They're too slow. Then I went back and realized, no, it was actually just a spinning hard drive. So,
Mhm.
yeah. Yay.
We're getting
Tech geeking.
technical.
Yeah, tech geek watching comic book geek shows.
Well, you'd think Hydra would have their own brand of solid-state drives at this point.
Something.
They wouldn't be using spinning drives.
They
That's the
wouldn't.
point.
Right, exactly.
I know, right?
So, where to go? I don't know where to go with this. This was just an episode jam-packed with stuff that needs to be talked about.
All the things.
I mean, I want to mention the
All of them.
opening scene where, you know, everybody starts choking and keeling over at some Navy dude's wedding.
Oh,
But,
I know,
like,
right?
That was the most insignificant thing to happen this whole episode. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, a bunch of people died while turning blue.
Mhm.
Whatever.
Yeah, you know.
Not important.
Psh, whatever.
It's
Everyone
like-
does it.
It was like, okay, did they like grind off little pieces of the obelisk and feed it to them?
I know, that's what I thought.
It
I
was
was
when
like,
they
how
all-
did they get that? Because of their mouths, they did
Yeah,
that whole...
They all
Yeah.
drank the champagne. I'm like, did they pour the champagne, like, from one bottle to another bottle while letting it run over the obelisk or something?
I don't know, but they didn't have the obelisk.
Maybe
Right,
they soaked
right.
a barrel of champagne in.
You know, that
Well,
all went
I
out.
thought something was off when the lady asked for something stronger and the bartender was like,
Yeah.
either that or he knew she was an alcoholic, but I didn't think that was the case.
Yeah, the whole obelisk thing, it actually had me going at the beginning, because when it happened, I'm like, okay, so obelisk, that does that. And then they're Hydra agents. I'm like, oh, Hydra doesn't have the obelisk. Wait, maybe this is like a week after the last episode. That whole, you know, Rayna has 48 hours. Maybe she did deliver the obelisk. Ooh, I wonder what's going to happen. And it's like, oh, no. No,
No.
I'm
No,
just
it's immediate.
I'm getting way ahead of myself here.
Yeah, you are.
Sorry.
It's okay. We'll
And
accept
Hard not
policy
to.
this time. I know it is.
I'm going to try to go chronologically, like in order of the episode, but I'm going to fail miserably in about 2 minutes, so bear with me.
We all will.
So the first we see of Coulson is he's now taken to scratching the drawings into his desk.
Yeah, just like
It's
he tried to cover it up really badly, but it's just like you're scratching it into your desk. There's
I don't
no
think he
type-
consciously knew he was doing it. He was just doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like his hand, it's just
Doing
something.
it.
Like some people doodle, he just started scratching alien writing into his desk.
Yeah, it's just, I don't think he realizes what he was doing.
Yeah. I don't know, did Skye notice that it was carved and not drawn? Because,
Yeah.
I mean, from far away it looked like a doodle on a desk, I guess.
Well, it was a paperclip.
True, it was a paperclip.
I mean, she definitely knew what it was as soon as she saw
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because she had been studying that for a while, so she recognized it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I mean, how stupid does he think that he could hide that from her?
I don't know if he's stupid. I mean, naive. Sure. Let's just get to the part. We'll skip
It's
to
just
later.
one of those compartmentalized things. He knows
Yeah.
she's gonna figure it out, but he
Mhm.
knows he's not telling her, so he doesn't care what she thinks because he's not telling her.
Right.
That's the end of it.
Exactly. So we get to Rayna. We'll go to Rayna and Coulson having their little dinner meeting.
That was hilarious.
That was fun.
To which it's like, by the way, like, you have 2 minutes before this gets sent to every single employee of Hydra. And it's like
Don't
a picture
care.
of Simmons, and I was like, okay, don't care.
I think it's a picture of her holding like a wrapper that says fish tacos on it. How do you get
No.
anything off that?
It was the
In that
flex
picture,
screen.
you could see she was holding that.
Yeah, it says fish tacos.
But
No,
they
but you could
captured
see
they
the-
captured the flex screen that had
Yeah,
fish
they saw
taco
the
written
flex-
on it.
Yeah, but I mean, that picture doesn't say anything. It could have been a wrapper. She was holding a wrapper with fish taco. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway,
It just didn't seem very, very blackmailish to me.
so it's basically, I'm gonna oust Simmons, or you give me Skye and I take her to her daddy, or Simmons dies, in plain English, just straight up.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
I thought she was bluffing until, I thought like she was just gonna let it go down to the wire and then hit like the cancel button or something.
Yeah,
I didn't think.
Oh, you tell she wanted to. She was sweating bullets.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I kind of, when I was watching, I thought that she had just rigged up this screen to make it look like it was going to do something, but not actually go ahead and do it.
Yeah, and
Because-
then.
Well, I mean, it gets back to that whole technical angle I was going at. Really, how insecure is Hydra if one unconnected person can just blast email, not
Through
even
a
an
phone.
email, but not even an email. It literally popped up on every Hydra screen. I mean, if you could do that, don't you think if Coulson could do that, don't you think he would? Anybody?
Yeah, that would be.
And it was a phone.
Something.
It wasn't even like her computer. So it was like,
Right.
Yeah, it's
here,
sort of,
let me.
it stretches the imagination, and this is comic book stuff we're talking about here.
And I've never thought of Rayna as the technical master brain kind of thing.
Oh, she has
She's
sources.
she's psychologically she can screw with your head, but I never thought of her as being
Yeah.
all geeky tech.
I love that part.
We don't
She
even
was
know.
like,
Do it. She had probably had a connection that could have.
Yeah, we don't even know what the hell she is at this point. But
right.
so yeah, that happens.
She's
Skye-
dead. That's what
Yeah.
she is at this point.
Yeah, she gives the address to where Skye's daddy is a few blocks away. Not surprisingly, Skye ditches. Like, that was the least surprising thing this episode.
Not
Like,
at all.
yeah, that she ran ahead to go see if he was there, which he wasn't. But dude's got anger issues. First off, we'll get to that in a little bit. Where
Yeah.
was I going with this? Oh yeah, after that whole thing, they get back to base, and Skye's just, Coulson's just like, yeah, we were watching you, reading these writings, just see if it would trigger anything in you, because, we think you're an alien.
Basically,
Pretty
yeah.
much.
Yeah. Like, you wanted, like, we just wanted to ease you into it. Epic friggin' failure right there.
I do like this new Skye. She's more confident in herself, and she's really just
Mm-hmm.
coming out to basically not holding anything back and calling people on their shit.
Yeah. Okay, before we're going to get to the big stuff, one last thing before we did. They made a big deal last episode about encountering Hydra's head of security, Bobbi Morse.
Yes.
And first off, she was kind of scary in the beginning.
Oh yeah,
Now, I can
she makes you pee your pants.
Yeah, like, I knew in the comics she was a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. But this whole, Hydra's been in S.H.I.E.L.D. the whole time, infiltrating them from within, blah, blah, blah. I figured, okay, she was a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, and now she's Hydra's chief of security.
I thought maybe she got the whole thing bobber.
Oh, she still could have. I was
That's
going
what
to
I thought.
spin that theory later, that, she's a triple agent at this point. But was anybody expecting her to come to Simmons' rescue? I was...
No.
No. And, yeah, just... No. So...
No.
Nah, I literally expected her to be like when they were having that whole showdown, like, oh, you were an exemplary agent in S.H.I.E.L.D. You had this, you had this training. You were actually even a field agent. You know, she was like, yeah. Are you sure you're not still with them? And then Simmons was like, wasn't all of Hydra in S.H.I.E.L.D.? Wasn't that kind of their thing?
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, but you weren't in Hydra. You were in S.H.I.E.L.D. And I was just watching this like, okay, no, she's literally trying to test to see if she's going to break under the pressure and let something slip.
Yeah.
And then later... Go ahead.
You know what I found funny? When she actually put the little foam thing in that other guy's...
Oh, God, that was hilarious.
I was like, yes, she hates that guy.
Now here's my question.
Well,
what happened to that poor guy?
Oh, he died.
He's dead.
Should be dead of him.
He got...
We're all like, oh, he's dead.
Well, he might not have been, like, literally killed, but he had, like, either the brainwashing or the punishment or the something
punishment.
negative happened to him.
He's wishing he was dead right now.
Yeah, he
Right.
was an asshole, and that gave us, like, the ability to say, okay, Simmons, don't worry, it's okay, he was a dick. But I think she still feels really bad because she's such a
Of
nice
course.
person.
I think
Oh,
she
of course she
Had to do
does.
that to someone.
Well, I think she was willing to overlook a lot of, but then when she was like, "This could kill billions of people," he's like, "I know, isn't that cool?"
Yeah,
And she was like,
that just doesn't fly.
Yeah,
"No."
no.
She's like, "Well, you know what?"
Well, excuse me.
Yeah, the guy was kind of had the impression of, well, why are you in Hydra if you don't like killing people?
I
Yeah,
know, right?
that. No one was. I guess no one was really expecting her to be S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. But was
No.
anybody expecting her to be Hunter's ex-wife?
No,
had-
but as soon as he walked in the room with that face, I was like, oh, she's the ex-wife.
Well, I knew
Yeah.
at some point they were going to have to show her because he kept talking about her and talking about her and talking about her. So at some point they were going to have to introduce her, and I was shocked. I was kind of shocked it was her, but at the same time I was like, okay, this makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, do he ever tell you stories about his she-devil ex-wife? Yeah, all the friggin' time.
Just kind of points over at her like, oh.
That's her.
That was so great.
I know.
Because he
Did you
knew
know-
it was
What's funny
like
is you did. Yeah, go ahead.
I was getting the impression that he knew Bobbi, like actually knew her and was
Yeah.
friends with her and had his own impression of who she was,
Yeah.
and then he knew this she-devil ex-wife, and he knew all the horrible stuff that she did, and all the negative stuff that he heard about her, and then it's like, oh wait, they are the same person.
That's gonna make for some entertaining television in a couple
Yes.
of weeks.
Oh,
And then I didn't realize either Hunter is really short or she's Amazon.
she is really tall because
Bobbi
she's
Morse is really
like
tall.
a couple inches shorter than Mac, who is a tree.
I know, because when Hunter walked in and kind of saw them together, she's like up here and he's like down here.
Yeah.
I'm
Mac.
like, holy crap.
We have to mention Fitz's inner monologue at admiring Mac.
Come on, he's a magnificent specimen of a man.
Yeah, this is Simmons like, oh, come on, he's a magnificent specimen of a man, and then it's like, you realize you're my subconscious.
If
He's like, well, obviously I agree.
Yeah,
if-
obviously I agree.
if Fitz ends up being bisexual, I will be so happy.
I don't think they're gonna go that way, but
Well,
Listen, they
I'd be-
robbed me of my lesbian Mulan. Just give me this.
It's probably more of he's coming to realize and not be like super binary, but I think that would be a bit too far to push to say that, well, he's bisexual, you know.
I don't think it would be too far, but maybe they're just not taking it that way.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. That was just
Because
good
a
that-
guy can look at another guy and say, you know, whatever, and not be gay. That's
No.
That's kind of sending the whole wrong message if they do make him bisexual.
Okay, I see what you mean.
I do it all the time.
Mike has man crushes. I mean, come on, Dom has a man crush already. We all know that.
Mm.
I see what you mean. I guess I want more diversity.
I gotcha.
Dom is somebody's straight ex. What? How does that go? He's the guy's straight boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know.
It's been a few weeks. I don't know.
So let's get into the big things now. Finally, let's start with the obelisk. We still don't know what the fuck it is. All we now know is that in its native tongue, it is known as the Diviner.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't find anything. I searched around all day yesterday. There is nothing in the Marvel Comics that I could find that is an object known as the Diviner.
I could just see Mike, like, as computer just typing away. And she's like, somewhere. Dinner, I don't care!
That was like me with Sleepy Hollow. There was something that popped up in the last episode, and I was like, it's gotta be in some sort of lore somewhere. I need the
Now, this is truly new. This is not not based in the comic books, and this is not something they have to hold true to the comic books on. This is, he even made the reference. Our forefathers had the Tesseract. We have the obelisk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where, that's why I think they're mixing things, because we've been spinning the theories, or at least I've been spinning the theories with this, Kree or Inhumans or something third. I think they're mixing it all together and going to interconnect it.
Yeah.
Well, we know in Marvel that, we know in Marvel that this is officially Earth 19,999.
Right.
That's what the MCU is considered. So it's not connected to any comic book. It's not connected to any comic lineage or continuity. So they can literally just make stuff up, and no one can say anything.
It could be similar.
That's true. I mean, they still draw from They still draw from the source material.
Yeah.
So
they're free.
We're gonna go with objects, I guess, and then people, and then bring them together. At the end, Skye all of a sudden has a revelation looking at the full wall that Coulson just recently carved yesterday. And it's like, I know what this is. That's a map. Thank you, Skye.
Maybe something in her is recognizing it, but just not the same way.
What is it?
It has the same effect, has a different effect on her than it does on Coulson.
Whoa. Wait, I didn't realize this.
Crappington.
Until right now. All of the things she's been studying have been either on a screen or a small piece of it carved in. This is the first time she's seeing the whole thing.
The whole picture. So
the whole thing carved. She's seen pictures of the whole thing.
So what
is? She actually touched it, and
it's a map of what?
Yeah, it's something about the etching, because Coulson says it.
Mm-hmm.
He says it. It's got to be carved. Something about seeing it carved that maybe was the trigger.
The theory on Reddit right now is that it is a map of the universe, or more specifically, a map of all of the bridges, waypoints, connections, wormholes, and all that shit, ways across the universe.
It wouldn't be too far-fetched.
And then the theory is, by the end of this season, Skye's going to end up in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
Yes. They are planning on bringing the Guardians into Avengers, so that might be how they do it.
At some point, yeah. Well, they're going to have to with Thanos.
Or it's a map. Maybe this is how they'll bring who is the aliens? The ones in the other galaxy. The name is on the tip of my tongue. Professor X contacts them in the comics. What the fuck are they? The Shi'ar. There we go. My brain hurt. Maybe that's how they bring the Shi'ar in. I can dream.
Or
maybe it's a way they can figure out how to stop him going crazy.
True. Yeah, let's get to that. How long until he blows a gasket? Because Ward was basically like, "Wait, you're not doing these? No, okay, good." Because as soon as
long.
Yeah,
it's not going to be long.
Yeah,
no, because he, why can't I never think of his name?
Garrett.
Fuckface. Garrett.
Yeah. Bill Paxton.
He didn't. I mean, did he get it after? Yeah, he got it after Coulson. So it's taking Coulson longer to go.
Well, Coulson.
Garrett was injected and immediately was like, "I can see the universe."
He was injected.
Immediately.
He was injected with some weird alteration of the GH formula. So
I'm thinking that with all his enhancements too, it might have accelerated it.
Right. Yeah. And then Coulson didn't start going crazy until he saw what Garrett wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now it's becoming more and more. And Ward even said, Garrett was no longer the man I knew after that.
Well, maybe this is the key. Maybe they do it until someone finds out, and then it kind of suppresses it again. Who knows?
It's possible.
Might be a key to stopping it.
And now let's get on to characters.
Yay.
We got
a
character. Fictional characters. Fictional characters.
It's real, damn it.
The real people, real organizations.
Right.
I just mimicked Ben Affleck from a movie and I broke myself. I need a minute to recuperate here. Okay, that's where I was going. Skye's dad.
Yes.
He's angry. He kills people.
He's an alien.
He loses it. He can't keep it under control.
I got a very
Hulk, the monster.
Very Hulk kind of
right. The Hulk vibe. The Hulk vibe is what makes me think that he's Mr. Hyde from the comics.
Yeah, now I don't know Mr. Hyde from the comics.
No, see, I remember I just know a little bit about him, so I went to my lovely repository of knowledge known as Reddit.
Well, he is a doctor, so
yes.
Reddit.
Yes. And I started reading a few other people had the theory as well, and people who are more knowledgeable about Marvel than I am. And they said that in the ending scene, when he brought the obelisk to Hydra, he was wearing a similar suit that Mr. Hyde wears, like the same outfit. He gets angry, and like you can, he could see like his face changing in the mirror, and that was the whole thing with Jekyll and Hyde. He could see the other in the mirror.
Yeah.
So he has superhuman strength. He has a superhuman healing factor, and he has a daughter.
Yay.
Which would make Skye actually known this lady named Daisy something or other, or Quake. Daisy! I don't know if she's going to be Quake, though. Earthquakes, sonic manipulation.
Was Skye an alien, or was it more like a Hulk?
It was a serum. It was like a high... Fuck, what was it called? I'll look it up later. I don't know. He's not an alien.
That would mean that maybe her mom was the alien.
I don't know. Like I said, I think this is where I can say, I think they're mixing things. Like, I think they're going to go a Kree, Inhuman, some kind of mixture here.
Yeah.
Or they're just going to make something completely off the top of their heads and be like, yeah, she's, this character, but not this character.
See, I think because this has been a long time building up, and I think for the reveal of whatever she is to be satisfying, it needs to have at least a basis in something we know from the Marvel universe.
There was something.
And if they change stuff about it, as long as it's something we recognize, I think it will be satisfying.
Yeah, someone said at a Comic-Con or a interview, one of the show's writers said that if we told you her real name, you will instantly know who she is.
Yeah, so there's a basis in the
comics. Yeah, in the established. Yeah, if we used her real first name, they said if we gave you her real first name, then people would figure out who she is instantly.
Yeah.
So that will, I guess, be the reveal. Like, he'll call her by name. Her father will say her name, and then it's like...
Of course.
Yeah.
But now he's pissed off because she called him a monster.
She called him a monster, and then she saw Coulson comforting her as a father should, basically.
Well, he comforted her first, and then she called him a monster. I knew he was going to kill those two guys after that guy told him to chill out.
Yeah,
Oh, exactly. Yeah, he gave that look like, I am displeased with what you have said.
No, he gave that look like, bitch, please.
Bitch, please, you're dead. Bitch face. Resting bitch face.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know where they're going. There was too much information this episode. My brain is not working.
I almost kind of felt bad.
The scalpel.
Yeah, I almost felt bad for Rayna because she's scared shitless of both of these guys.
Oh.
And now she's scared shitless of Whitehall.
Between two superhuman, weird men.
And she's terrified of both of them.
I would get lost.
That was like...
I'd get plastic surgery, change my face, bleach my skin. I would get the hell out of town.
that was my personal like big reveal. Is I found out who Daniel Whitehall is. You know, we all know that in the Joss Whedon shows and movies and whatever, he tends to recruit the same people over and over. Same people play multiple roles in all of his shows. Daniel Whitehall is Dominic from Dollhouse, the chief of security.
Right, he was. I knew he was in a Whedon work. I just didn't know if it was Dollhouse or Angel.
Yeah, he is. That's why he was so creepy without you even knowing who he was. You just kind of innately see him, and you don't remember Dominic, but you like, I don't like that guy.
Oh my god.
I saw him, and I watched Franklin and Bash, so all I saw was Damien Karp.
Oh my god.
You know, he doesn't. I don't know. He is freaky, but I actually kind of like this character. The other guys who I don't like, the little toady, the brown-haired guy. I don't.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Bakshi.
Yeah.
He could go die in a fire for all I care.
Yeah, he's the red shirt of the Hydra organization.
Oh yeah, they have a hard-on. There's this Reddit guy who has
The
a
Reddit shirt.
I know. Reddit's a great place for theories and stuff put out there, but they said, you know, they've been teasing life model decoys, which are a big thing in the comics, because Nick Fury had like an army of hundreds of them, clones of himself.
You mean all Patton Oswalt's?
Sort of, yeah. They're teasing it with him.
Yes, Pat Oswalt.
They're teasing it with him. They teased it in Avengers where, you know, hi, hello, you have reached the life model decoy of Tony Stark. Like, you know, they've been teasing it for a long-ass time. So the theory is that Bakshi actually is one. Because the last you see of him, you know, you see him walking down the hallway all like, you know, manly and determined with two Hydra guards, and then you see Bobbi Morse going at him with her, you know, two friggin' batons. And then the next scene you see is her running out onto the roof. So here's the possibilities. One, she cracked his skull, and that's a new life model decoy. Two, she beat the crap out of the Hydra agents, and he ran like a sissy. Or three, she actually is Hydra mind-controlled, and she just, you know, put on a show and then ran away.
There's also, she could have beat them up without killing them.
True.
I think they'll find out. I think they will find out fast, soon enough, if she is a triple agent, I guess.
Yeah, because what's his name's definitely not dead. He's too good of a
And I
character.
think Hunter will figure it out fast because Hunter knows her.
Yeah, if anybody's going to figure that out, it would be him. But I just have that strange inkling because twists and turns and how Whedon writes shit. And,
I think it's very likely that you know, she has her two batons. She goes to take on the two guards, and he just runs away like a little wimp. That's in his character.
He's not the wimp kind. He seems.
But he is all about, you know, self-defense, like, you know,
That's true.
preserving himself, self-preservation, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is all about that.
Okay, I can see it,
So.
but yeah.
Dom asks us a question in chat. The obelisk is also known as, quote, the Diviner. What significance does that name have? And as I responded, none.
Yeah.
It really doesn't at this point. It's probably an artifact in the comics that has been given a different name to throw us off right now.
I mean, we can take the word, its name, the diviner. To divine something is to come up with an answer with like almost like divine intervention.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up with like an answer or a solution or something. So
Well,
to divine something is to with celestial assistance come up with something.
Right.
We are seeing that it's separating. I know it's not the proper terms, but it's separating the worthy from the unworthy. You know,
Yes.
one person touches it, it glows. The other person touches it, they die. So.
Yeah, and Dom also asked, does it contain an infinity stone? The only two we have not seen put into, you know, physical form are the time and soul gems.
Yeah.
And this doesn't seem like it would be either of them.
I mean, if it's judging people's character, if it's judging their souls, I mean, I don't know how the soul.
Oh, yeah, you're right. No, the soul gem.
But I honestly don't think that they'd introduce a gem in this
No.
way.
No, they're keeping them to the movies.
Yeah, they're going to be
And
completely in the movies.
My theory on that is that Thanos has the other two.
It's very possible. I mean, we're probably not
We
going to
don't
find
know
out
much
about
about what Thanos has right now, so.
Yeah, that's true. We know nothing, actually.
He had the
We
mind
know
gem.
nothing!
If Loki's scepter did contain the mind gem, Thanos did have it. And then they gave it to
It would be
Loki.
likely that he has at least one more.
And it makes sense,
make
because
him a little more okay with giving up one to maybe get another back.
yeah, they gave him that gem so he could, the scepter to control the Chitauri, and he was able to mind control people with it. It makes sense that that's the mind gem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a very safe assumption.
Maybe Thanos has the other two. Maybe he doesn't. I still think we're going to deal with... One of them's going to be dealt with in Doctor Strange.
Yes, definitely.
It would be ridiculous for them to pass that up. And then, as for the other one, who the fuck knows? Maybe he does have it.
Yeah. Or they may be saving it.
Yeah,
Because I don't think they're going to address any of that in Avengers.
No.
Or at least any new ones.
No, not in this Avengers coming up.
Maybe they'll address it when they do the whole Guardians and Avengers crossover.
Mm-hmm.
That's possible, yeah.
When, Guardians come in looking for one of the gems and they meet up with them, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. What was the other thing I was going to mention? I gotta look up. There were other objects. I think they were like stones from the Kree... Was it from the Kree Tree of Life? I don't fucking remember what they are. There was a whole
Are they the
series...
Silmarils?
Oh, maybe.
Oh!
All I want to know is what he's carving. Is it the same thing over and over and over and over again, or is it just one long big thing?
I think it's the same thing over and over and over again. He carves. Oh no, I mean, the whole gigantic image on the whole wall, I think, is the same thing each time he carves it. But I don't think it's just like the same small box that he keeps repeating over and over again.
Yeah.
It is one big, massive,
it's
like
one thing
macro image.
He keeps doing over and over again. Just one.
Yeah, and especially if it's a map, it's safe to say that it is just that big, and that's one thing.
Probably, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, very much so. What else can we mention here? I don't know.
Well, if Skye is actually alien, does she have what kind of powers, or if any, does she have?
I mean, if she's an Inhuman, there are tons of Inhumans. They all have different powers.
Exactly.
I mean, you can equate... I'm going to get shot for this. You can equate them to the X-Men, basically. They all have some different power. Yeah. And, if she's a Kree, whoopee, she's a Kree. If she turns out to be Quake, then she's going to be, breaking things very soon.
Well, I'm just wondering if she does, how did they suppress it for so long?
Maybe she doesn't know. Who knows? I don't know.
Well, usually, I mean, and most, X-Men and stuff, they start showing signs right around puberty when their hormones changed, and she didn't. Did they give her something to suppress it? Because they have been keeping tabs on her, but I mean,
yeah, I don't know. I can't respond. Oh, there we go. Goblin Graph in chat says Fitz and Simmons reunion. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, that was like...
Well, yeah, he's finally learning to be on his own and make friends, and then she comes back and he's like, I don't really need you now. Yeah,
he finally like dispelled his mental image of her, and it's like he jumped over that hurdle, and now that he's done with it, the real one's back to like, kick him in the teeth and knock him back over, backwards over the hurdle before he lands on his feet.
The question is she going to tell him? Is she going to tell him what she did, why she left, and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, her cover's blown. I don't see why she wouldn't tell him now.
Yeah, exactly.
I just like when that actually happened, and she walked in, and he just kind of looks at her. It's like, is that really you?
Exactly. He's like,
and she's like, who else would it be?
Right, yeah.
Fun story. Don't worry about it.
Fun story. You never left.
Long
I was
story.
hallucinating you the whole time.
You're standing right there and right there.
I would have liked to see that. To see both of them standing in the room together.
Yeah. They have head Simmons and real Simmons, and they're contradicting each
Simmons.
other.
That's so I love that Head Simmons.
Head Simmons. Okay.
I want Head Simmons to judge real Simmons. Like,
I know.
yeah.
That would be funny.
Does my nose really look like that?
I know, right?
Is that really what my head looks like from the back?
Do I always sound like that?
Oh, dear God, is that what my voice sounds like?
Yes.
Something like that.
But yeah, good episode. But next week is gonna. Okay, first I'm gonna read the synopsis, and then I'm gonna say I called it because I did. So, episode 6, A Fractured House, is what it's called. The world turns against S.H.I.E.L.D, as if they haven't already, when Hydra impersonates them to attack the United Nations, and an unexpected enemy leads the charge to bring about their downfall. Now, in the preview promo, you see they're letting Ward out of his cell. And I'm pretty sure in the very first episode for our podcast that we were just talking like, oh yeah, when do they let Beardy McFuckface out of the Beardy McTraderface out of his cell? And I'm like, probably like by episode 6. So I got one.
I'm not surprised, and I'm actually disappointed.
Dom,
I know you are.
Dom called the relationship between Peter Pan and the Dark One. So
yeah.
I got one.
That was just weird.
That was
it's
creepy.
another story.
I said it would be his cousin.
His cousin.
I was wrong.
Yeah, I thought it was the brother.
Anyway, this season has become the highlight of... Wednesday is my favorite day because I come home... Because I can't watch it Tuesday because I got other stuff to do. So I come home, I relax, and I watch S.H.I.E.L.D.
This season is really jam-packed full of things. They're finally... I mean, they're done, showing you the characters evolving, that now they're like...
You know what? As slow and kind of meh the beginning of last season was,
yeah,
I feel that the end of the season and right now wouldn't be nearly as good if they didn't do it.
Yeah. Now you know the characters, you know their personalities, you know what makes them tick, and you figure it out. There's
2 other little interconnected things I wanted to bring up before we end. One, like last night, or what was it, Tuesday night, I never watched the show on live airing. I always watched it on my DVR. And so I didn't know what time it aired. And I looked at the TV. I don't know why I thought it, but I was like, oh crap. Is S.H.I.E.L.D. going to get preempted by the World Series? And then I was like, oh no, that's on Fox. Okay, no.
Fuck baseball.
And then, yeah. Because I was just flipping to the channel. I was like, why is baseball on? Why are TV shows not on? And then the other thing, we kind of know, not exactly, but we kind of know now where the playground is. Because if you've noticed, they have the big SSR logos on the wall. Strategic Science Reserve. So we know it's in an old SSR building. Old, hidden base they had somewhere. It's more than likely in the United States. I don't think it would be in Canada. Maybe not. But
they did show a city line when they were looking out the window, but I didn't recognize it.
That could have been anywhere. But yeah, it's definitely in the U.S. I think it's in the eastern U.S. probably.
More than likely.
But I'm not sure. But yeah, Goblin Graph in chat says a cast member will die by the end of the season. In true Whedon fashion. Very much so.
That's just normal, yeah.
Fuck Whedon.
We kind of expect this.
I kind of expect it.
It'd be a Patton Oswalt.
Well,
he already died last season.
I think they're going to up it. It's going to be 2 Patton Oswalts this time.
Two.
Everybody was really excited for Lucy Lawless joining S.H.I.E.L.D. and she died in her first episode.
Yeah, but she wasn't a main cast member, so...
Yeah.
If they give us another dead Patton Oswalt, I'll be happy because that means a main character doesn't die, but I'm thinking they're going to kill Mac by the end of the season.
No, Mac is cool. Shut your mouth.
Would he be a main cast member, though? I mean...
He is.
I know he's
like
officially part of this. he's officially part of S.H.I.E.L.D. But you know,
They're gonna make it somewhat. Whedon always does it to someone you love. So, I mean, he's making you really like Mac. Does anybody not like him?
This sounds really bad. It seems like if they kill off one of the two colored guys, it's like, what, you can only have one per show?
Well, that's the attitude of a lot of shows.
Because they have two. I mean, how many other shows do you know that have that?
God,
Right.
You're right. Wow, I feel
Really,
horrible
I would
for
say
that.
we were
Sleepy
gonna
Hollow,
go-
but they're women.
if we were gonna go truly, you know, a death of a core team member that everybody really loves and cares about, and it wouldn't mess up the movies at all, but it would make S.H.I.E.L.D. fans just cry for days. Kill Agent May.
I was thinking the same thing. You
I know.
terrible
me
person.
too.
I love Agent May, and if she
love
dies, no.
Maybe they'll pretend she died, but she really didn't die because she's doing something else.
What, she goes and spends time with Nick Fury?
There you go.
No.
Down
I'm
chicka,
just.
round cow.
No. We're done. We're done. Agent May dying is. We are totally done. There's music.
Wait.
I totally
wanted
didn't
to.
mean to sound like really bad, but I mean that's kind of how shows do that. I mean, I've
Right.
noticed that it's like they can only have one colored person on the show. It's like, what the hell? And any any race, it's like they can only have one Asian. They can only have one.
Rachel, two black men are just too threatening.
I know, right? Especially when they wear hoods.
Rachel, where can the people find you?
Wait, no, I wanted to talk about the trailer. Never mind. We'll talk about the
New show,
trailer.
different-
Well, we're gonna do a separate episode for the trailer.
Yeah.
Either tomorrow or the next day we'll record
I
it.
just wanted to talk about Hydra and
It's
S.H.I.E.L.D.
gonna
Oh,
be
we'll talk about it.
somewhere between 20 minutes and like 2 hours long,
Yes, when we get going.
depending on how long we talk.
We can keep it 20 minutes. I believe in us.
I believe in us too.
I'm
Rachel.
thinking more like 30 to
They can
40.
find me at Twitter at Savannah17. That's
Yeah.
what they can pick me at, but it's the truth.
Erika. When I click the button.
Click
Click it, damn it.
on Twitter at Erika Rain 7.
And Clio, who is that way actually, because I'm a terrible
Find
person
me all
right
over
now.
the internet. Ha ha ha, you suck. All over the internet at Thilladrin. That's where you can find me.
All
Yes.
over there.
You can find me at Clio Moto, and if you go follow me on Pinterest, I'm gonna do a giveaway when I hit 100 subs.
See,
Just Thilladrin have a Facebook.
no,
or
you see,
space.
this what happened here? That's what happens when you get me upset over the possibility of Agent May biting the bullet. You can find me on Twitter at Thilladrin, right there, as previously mentioned. You can find us here on YouTube. Channel is ASOTV Podcast, all one word. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and that's our Gmail. So,
And we got MySpace.
and we have MySpace.
We have a MySpace,
We have a MySpace.
Yay!
and I'm working on the live journal.
Leave us a comment, drop us a line, ask us a question, or just say hi. Or you can subscribe to the YouTube channel and find more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. I'm getting better at that.
Yay!
I guarantee you watch something else we do.
Well, you know, we don't want Agent May to die, but that would be the true Whedon fashion.
When Agent May is threatened, he'll get sloppy.
Roar!